Okay, guys, I am super pumped to introduce Taryn to you guys. I met Taryn, I think in Hawaii, kind of last year. That's when I officially met you. And and then we also got together kind of at Leaders Retreat and talked a little bit at Leaders Retreat. But let me tell you, I am so impressed by a lot of people don't know this about me, but my husband does. I wish he was on this call. But I have a kind of a bad tendency of examining people's auras. And so whenever I'm around Taryn, I'm telling you, you have the sweetest spirit. And so I'm like, this girl is genuine. She's honest. I just love that about you. And I knew that my aura reading was correct whenever I saw you speak on the the Christmas thing where Sarah Taylor and Nikki and everybody did, because you just really exude just such a gracious spirit. And I just love the way that you do things. I always tell everybody, you have to be genuine in this. This is not about sales. This is not just go and getting another person. This has got to be something that you're genuine and you're building relationships and you're loving people. And I can feel that from you and everything you do. So I'm so excited to hear from you.
Thanks. That means so much. It really does. Y'all, I kind of have a little bit of a crush on Tammy, and I messaged her once too. I'm like, you always have the best posts. Like I steal your posts all the time. So thank you, because sometimes I'm really stuck a lot of times with what to post, and I'm like, Tammy's got a good one. I know she does. So I just adore you. But thanks. So yeah, I'm Taryn. Emerald Ambassador, and I guess maybe a little background, if that's okay. I started this journey in February, the end of February 15th. So I just hit my 2-year mark, woohoo! Which is really crazy and surreal to think how it's only been 2 years, and then sometimes I'm like, oh, it's been 2 years. But I will always remember too, I began this journey at the same time as another rock star, Jewel. I think she signed up a day after me, and we're on sidelines of one big team. And it was crazy. And so I was just like, what is happening? This girl is magic. And I kept thinking, I need to do whatever she's doing, to a weird point of like, I would copy and paste her posts every single day. Cause I was like, whatever she's posting must be like the trick, because my posts are not good. And I would, just do everything. I'd ask her all the time, what are you doing? And she'd tell me what she's doing, and I would do exactly that. And it was like, I couldn't sign someone up to save my life. Like my mom told me no, my dad told me no, my best friends told me no. And it took me 3 months to go silver. And in 3 months, I think she was ruby. I was like, this is crazy. So it all kind of goes to show that like, you just never know a lot of times what is going to happen. But you just have to stick with it and be really excited. But gold, maybe senior gold. And I was finally like building a team, and I had a few business builders under me, like some people that I could kind of run with, like you're doing all on your own. And then you finally find, thank God, someone who's going to do this with you, and you have some accountability partners, and you're in the slums of it together and the highs of it together. And it's really exciting and a roller coaster. And my upline and my dear friend who I signed up under, Amanda Grubb, was like, I want us to do the 21 Laws of Leadership series. And I was like, yes. And I was thinking in my head, no, I don't have time for this. I don't really read. I have 3 little boys, or 2 little boys at that time. I was like, I don't have time for anything. I barely am making time for Plexus. And she finally, after a good couple of sessions that we did, she finally sat us all down, the group, and she was like, y'all, like, this isn't going anywhere. You need to take this seriously. I really think we need to do this 21 laws of leadership together. So we took it seriously. And there was one week when she asked us all to go around and speak out loud and say the moment that you saw yourself as a leader. And y'all, I remember I just cried and cried, because I had realized in all my years of corporate America, and then I decided to have a career change. I went back to school and became a nurse, and everything that I've done in life, like I've never seen myself as a leader, because I've never really believed that I could be a leader or someone that people would follow. Even in this whole plexus journey, I was like, I don't even know how I'm here. I just keep asking people to do this and they tell me no. And then I kind of harass them and finally they come along, and then I don't really know. We're all just in it together. And I had never believed that I could be a leader, that I was worthy and that I was capable and that I could build a team and help other people succeed as well. It was such an eye-opening moment for me. I was always kind of looking in my business, like waiting for the other shoe to fall or like something to implode and it all to come crashing down. Like somebody was just going to quit one day and everything there, like all my points would drop and I'd lose rank and it was going to be horrific. And I realized that I'm always just dwelling on the what ifs, and I didn't realize what we were actually doing because I didn't believe in it yet. So I really started talking to Amanda, and she's like, you got to work on your belief. Like, what do you believe in? Do you believe that you can do this? Do you believe that you will be an Emerald ambassador? And I was like, I want to. And she's like, no, but do you believe it? And I was like, I don't know. I don't really understand. What you mean by that? Like, what does that look like? And we got talking a lot, and we talked about just like having this unshakable belief in yourself, in this business, in these products, in this company, in Plexus Corporate. And I was like, how do you find that? Like, there's so many what ifs and unsteadies, and there's going to be moments when it's great, and there's going to be moments when it's bad, but having this unshakable belief is what carries you through. And I didn't realize how, I guess, contagious it was. Like, I was giving this off to my team, and I didn't even realize that the fact that I didn't believe that we were going to be an Emerald, Sapphire, and Diamond team, they didn't believe it either, because they were looking to me to lead them and be their rock. So I really started doing a lot of self-digging and whatnot, and I realized I've got to believe in me, because momentum comes from belief. I've got to figure this out, and it's so crazy. I never thought that. I'm always looking for, like, how do I get momentum going in my team? How do I get people to engage? How do I get them excited once again? And I realized I've just got to get them believing. I've got to get them to see the vision, but I have to see this vision first. I've got to believe that this company, this time, and I am going to do this. And it was so crazy because it seems so simple, but it was so surreal. So I started talking to myself and realizing that I got to drastically change things. And I finally got really excited about the possibilities, because I realized we're doing this. There are going to be so many times when like people leave, or someone falls off, or someone says the products don't work, or everyone I sign up doesn't want to give it the 60 to 90 days and say the products don't work. And if I sit there and dwell on that and get myself down and frustrated, or I allow the negative mindset to come in, then I'm never going to be moving forward. So it's not focusing on, oh my gosh, look at all the attrition we've had. And don't get me wrong, attrition is not cool. I hate it, that horrible word. But it's focusing on, look what else we've done. We've added 100 people this month. That's phenomenal. That's so great for us. And we've had this many stars happen. We're doing something right, instead of focusing on the negative and believing that we are moving in a forward direction. So when I started believing in myself and believing that we could, it changed really everything for me. I realized that I want to run. I believe that we can run. I'm tired of sitting here being stuck. And stuck meant for me that I was like, my team's not motivated. They don't believe that they can do this. And I was like, well, I don't believe that I can do this. And why don't I believe I can do this? Because to be honest, my actions in the past month haven't shown that I really want this. I haven't been doing my IPAs. I haven't signed up a minimum of 3 people and poured into them. My PV is literally my own products. That's it. What kind of an example is that? And I know like at Ruby and Senior Ruby and Emerald, your PV shouldn't always be like 2,000 because you're really focusing on your team a lot more. But I was like, my PV is seriously only my products. Like, oh my word. So I started really looking at what stuck meant and what unmotivated meant. And I was like, all right, we're going to get this back. I am going to have a heart-to-heart with the people who want to run. I'm going to stop dragging people along in this business because I want this for them and they don't want it right now. I'm just going to love them where they are and be like, look, I know you want this, but right now doesn't seem like the right time for you because you're not able to set aside the time. When you want this, I'm ready and here, but right now I want to move forward. So I'm going to run. I'm going to continuously add people to my team and pour into them who want to move forward with me. I had to literally like put my blinders on, stop comparing and copying others. Like, as I mentioned before, copying people, I was always looking for, oh my gosh, they are so successful. They have so much momentum happening in their team. What are they doing? And reach out. What are you doing? And they would tell me, oh, well, I'm doing this group and I have this thread with these people and this and this. And I try to recreate that. And then it wasn't working. So I'd find someone else. And what are you doing? And y'all, that's exhausting. So I realized it's not what they're doing. It's them being them. I had to find my belief, my strengths, and cultivate my team culture. It's so basic, this business. You literally find people, love on them, add them to your team, show them that you believe in them, show them these products are life-changing. This company is life-changing. This comp plan is ridiculous. I've literally looked into a few other MLMs just because I'm super curious and I like to know and be educated with like what else is out there. And I have a lot of friends in other MLMs and I'm always like, so tell me about your comp plan. And I'm like, yeah, I would not have stuck around through the lows if that were our comp plan. Like, I am so grateful that we have the most generous comp plan I've ever seen. And it's incredible. So I had to stop frantically searching and stop frantically copying what other people were doing and just make it my own, build my own team, my own culture, sign people up, get them results on the products, get them a small paycheck, even if that meant they get a few customers and they don't sign someone up and go silver right away. What if they got 2 or 3 customers and they got a paycheck of $100 and then those people ordered again the next month as they were building their team and they got that $100 plus some business builders or plus some wholesalers and their team started to build. I had to really like reshift what my focus was on because I was in a big like, if we want momentum, that means we just got to recruit. And we didn't believe in ourselves because we were recruiting so fast and people were falling off so fast because it was just a big numbers game. We weren't loving on people and doing what we were there to do, which was helping them get those products covered so they stay on them, helping them to get a paycheck to see that maybe I could do this. Maybe I wouldn't fail at this. Maybe I'd be pretty good. Like, I like these products. So I just had to really shift my mindset and shift my belief of what I believed in, because I feel like the times when I get down are the times when my team gets down. And I actually said this to my leaders quite a bit. They're like, I just don't know what's going on with my team right now. And I'm like, let's hear what's going on with you. And they're like, well, I did these trainings and I'm doing all these contests. And I'm like, so what are you doing for your business? And they're like, well, I'm trainings, I'm doing these contests. And and how is that moving your personal business forward? They see what you're doing and what you're not doing. You are the example for your team of what success is. So what are you doing every day? I have to ask myself this all the time when I get into that management mode. What am I doing every day to show my team, if you want to be Emerald, this is what you need to do? It's not contests, and it's not trainings, and it's not team calls, although those are really important. It's me welcoming new people to our team page. It's me saying, I can't believe so-and-so joined me and is silver. It's me having these shout outs to people that I add, because I will never forget Sarah Taylor and Amanda Grubb are my two uplines. And I've always just like on the floor in shock that no matter where they are in their business, they are always recruiting. And I remember thinking, why are they still recruiting? Like, Sarah makes so much money. She is a diamond, gold, and her husband is a sapphire, about to be diamond. Like, she doesn't need to recruit. That's silly. But she does, because she's the example for her team, and she believes in building that legacy team and what it's about. So I had to put my blinders on and stop comparing, because Amanda's so good at telling me that every time I compare, like when I compared my initial journey to the girl who went ruby in 3 months, and me who like struggled to hit silver and couldn't even sign my mama up. And I was like, what is wrong with me? Amanda always tells us comparison is the thief of joy. And you do not let anyone have the power to take your joy away. You are meant for this business. You have your own journey, and you cannot let someone else take that away from you. I started this business. It was my joy. I loved feeling better. Sorry, I'm kind of a crier, but I loved feeling better. I love that I helped my dad get off diabetes medication. I love that my mother-in-law had the best A1C that she's ever had in her life, because I finally got her to try these products. I love that people were feeling phenomenal. I love that I helped a really good girlfriend make her own money in the family, where she was so proud of herself, because she had never really had something that was hers that she was successful at. And doing this business together, she's successful at it, and she has grown leaps and bounds. That's my joy. And I allow other people to bring me down and steal it and take me down into the trenches. I stop believing, because I get scared and think, someone's going to take this away from me. One of my legs is going to fall off. People are falling off like flies. We can't sign someone and keep them for 30, 60 days to save our life. But that's just a season. It's such a season, and it's all about your mindset and your belief. One of my favorite ones at our Jules training that we had is Kelly Norman, who's a diamond, and she's awesome. She talked about how our ourselves. And she said this cool analogy. She's like, your brain is your land. What squatters and negative thoughts do you allow, and who needs an eviction notice? What do you take in and allow to take root, and who do you need to kick out? Because if you want to be successful and you want to go to diamond, you've got to take a reality check of your mindset and your belief. And I was like, whoa, I've got a lot of squatters I need to evict. But it's so true. I just need to bless and relief and stop having that negative mindset. She said another thing, she was like, when someone says something to you or someone hurts you, you have 5 to 10 seconds to either let that take root or let it go. And that can be the difference of what makes you or breaks you, because you can either take that in and allow it to eat away at you and doubt yourself and doubt your team and doubt if you should be doing this or if Plexus is the company for you, or you can dismiss it and know that it's probably not about you. I always am like, Taryn, this is not about you. You did Plexus for other people. I'm a big yellow, and it's no longer about you. Yes, your business isn't doing the way you want to, but this isn't about me. I need to look at my team, what's going on with everyone else. Who else can I help? Because as long as I keep moving forward and believe that these products, these hundreds of thousands of testimonies that change lives are real, and that I can contribute to that. I can add more testimonies to my pool. I can add more people to my family. I can love on others and be a light. And I can pray for people because God has put them in my path. I really feel that way and a lot. So I always have to ask myself, do I believe that I can do this? When I was pushing for Emerald, we had been kind of in some momentum, and it was a long shot. I mean, not super long, like not going from silver to Emerald, but it was pretty far off. And I had always told Amanda and Sarah, all I ever wanted was, when I started, I was not able to go to convention, and I saw someone walk across that stage with this baby strapped to them and get recognized as a jewel. And I was like, God, that's all I wanted. Like, I just started crying, and I was like, I want that so bad. And Sarah and Amanda were like, all right, it's the end of April, next month. You can do this. Your team's been in a momentum enough. You can do this. You need to push, and you're going to hit Emerald. And I was like, oh my gosh, y'all are crazy. And then I realized, even if they're crazy, I've got to believe that I can do this, because if I don't try and don't believe, then I'm still going to sit here, and I'm always going to wonder, what if I just try and I could walk across that stage? So I literally, y'all, and I do this all the time, and I realize part of why I haven't hit Sapphire is because I haven't done this yet. I haven't seen myself. I haven't visualized. I told myself every day, you are an Emerald ambassador. This month, you are hitting Emerald. That is crazy, Taryn. You are a rock star. This is your month. Your team is ready for this. You are doing this. I wore green. I told my husband every single day. He was like, okay, hon, okay. That's great. I'm glad you think you're going to do this. I'm proud of you. And if you don't hit it, don't be too disappointed. And I was like, no, there is no other alternative. I'm giving it everything I have, because I am an Emerald ambassador, and this is my month, and I'm doing it. And I did it. I rallied my team. Of course, I had to put feet to my words and do the actions necessary, but I made it happen. And to be honest, I haven't done that because I've been fearful and stuck. I haven't believed that I can hit Sapphire. I think I got so overwhelmed with, like, how did I get to Emerald, which is very common, because you kind of take a look back and you're like, how am I here? Did I deserve to be here? I mean, woof, I got a lot of personal development to do, but that is not the point. The point is, I'm here and I got here. So now, where are we going with this? And I have to figure out always where my belief is lacking, and where I am allowing negative thoughts to creep in, and where I start doubting myself. And I'll be honest, sometimes I start doubting these products purely because I'm not
Oh, it's went down. Oh, the internet just went down.
Another thing, and that's my final thing, is because Rebecca Davis folks shared this today. She's a diamond and she's adorable, and she wrote it in our Jules page, and it was a story of Michael Jordan. And she was like, y'all, I was reading it to my boys, and we talked about how he initially played baseball, and then he tried out for the basketball high school team, and of course we all know he didn't make it, and his friend did, and I'm sure he was crushed, but he believed in himself. He had a passion, and he had an unshakable belief that I love basketball. I'm going to be a basketball player. And a coach invested in him, and he put it all out there. He put the feet to his words, and he practiced and practiced, and he made the team, and he's the world's shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot, and I missed. I've failed over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. Because no matter what happened and what he failed at, or what went wrong, or what was out of his control, he believed that he was a basketball player. He believed that he was successful and phenomenal, and he was passionate about it. And that's us in this Plexus business. We all started this because we were passionate about it and we believed that we have what it takes to do this. So don't stop believing in yourself. When you get shaky, figure out why, and then reset your mind. Don't let those negative thoughts creep in, because Sarah Taylor, who's a diamond and as my upline, I love her dearly. She is such a great friend and mentor as well. And she always says to us, you didn't come this far to come this far. So what are you going to do about it? And I'm like, oh, gosh, you get me every time. You're right. I didn't come this far to come this far. I'm not going to let someone steal my joy and take away my belief. And I'm not going to let someone hold me back from making it all the way to diamond, because that's my dream. And I can do this. Anyone can do this if you just believe you can. So it always lights my fire, and I hope that helps. And I know it's kind of simple to think of your belief and your mindset, but the mind is so powerful, and your belief in yourself is so powerful. And if you let that shake and you don't believe in it, I promise you, it's going to hold you back, and it's going to hold your team back, because they can sense it. Everyone can sense it. So hopefully that helps. And that's, yeah.
Thank you so much, Taryn. Okay, now I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, I think we've all been there. We've all been like, what am I doing? You know, there's no way I can get to, you know, where I want to go. How much time do you dedicate to personal development, would you say, like per week?
I personally need it a lot. I am one who is, and you can ask anybody, I am one who started incredibly not confident. I incredibly insecure, a big people pleaser. And like I said, I didn't see myself as a leader. So I have really needed to make personal development and personal growth my priority, because I can be a doormat and I can allow people to persuade me really easily and get me down really easily. And I found that reading books like I read, it's called You're a Badass, and it's really good. It's very simple and direct. And I was like, yeah, this is network marketing. I can do this, because she like lays it out, and she's funny. And I like funny stuff. Yeah. So I read things like that a lot, because it just like reprograms my brain again, that I'm like, you can do this. Anyone can do this. So I definitely try to, I know we're supposed to read 5 to 10 pages a day, but I try to make sure I get at least like 2, it's not that much, but at least like 2 good books in a month. And that's because, like I had with my excuses, I don't have a lot of time to read. I've got a 4-year-old, a 2.5-year-old, and a 9-month-old. And I feel like I'm like just staying afloat in life all the time. Like I'm so scatterbrained. So between my kids and my team, I'm just like, I don't even know what's going on. So for me, like 2 books a month is, I feel like I'm like on top of the world. So I read that. I read a lot of John C. Maxwell leadership. I'm doing the 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth right now. And the 5 levels of leadership is another one that I really want to do. But I even reread like How to Rock Your Network Marketing, because it's super easy. We reread and did a little book study with our team on the 4-year career, because that's a great vision casting book and gets people excited to realize what this industry and this years of your life, it's going to come and go no matter what. What if you could be building a legacy company and residual income? So don't quit. Just don't quit. Do this and see this vision. So that was been really impactful for our team. And that was not your question. So.
No, that's perfect. No, it is perfect, because I mean, because I'm bad about reading. Like I'll start a book and then I'll start another book, and I never finish any of them, because I'm always starting and I always hear about new ones, but I'm a blue. So that's, I need to work on focus. No, but I think all of it, all of us feel that, lack of confidence, and that's a big thing that you need develop as a leader, because even during these calls we get nervous, and but if you have that confidence within yourself and we believe what we're talking about, then, I mean, it starts happening for you. But you gotta, do some of that personal development. You have to. I'm a big believer in it too.
I am too. That was, like I said, with the 21 laws and everything else, that's really when my business took off, because I started really seeing myself differently. And I truly believe that I projected myself differently to potentials, and people joined me and my team because they saw that I believed in this and that I could do this, instead of the wishy-washy, scared, insecure Taryn that they were like, well, how committed are you? So yeah, I think it's critical.
Yes. Well, I am just so thankful that you hopped on. I mean, I appreciate it more than you even know. I mean, we're always, it's hard because I want people to kind of see a different personality type every once in a while. Because like I said, I'm scattered. And it's great that you're yellow and you're so genuine. I just love it. And I appreciate you for hopping on.
Thank you. It's so fun. And thank y'all. I really want to say thank you, because I typically cry out of nervousness and I get emotional. So thanks for bearing with me.
You did amazing. You did amazing. We appreciate
it. So true. We can be bad, y'all. So thank you.
Thanks, guys, for hopping on. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.